What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's Talk Jets Radio. We want to thank everybody that's been joining us on our live streams, calling in our Tuesday night show. We definitely appreciate it. We want to welcome everybody that's a new follower because this has been a wild, chaotic ride. This is some thoughts the day after another embarrassing loss. The Jets are 0-13. The season is miserable, and there's this notion that Jet fans are enjoying all this losing and enjoying rooting against their team, and that could not be any further from the truth. I mean, we're all diehard fans, long-time fans. We have spent thousands of dollars on this team. We've spent endless, amounts of hours of energy on this team. And there's nothing fun about this. I mean, you used to wake up Sunday morning excited to see your team play. You can't wait. You walk around wearing your gear, your hat, your jersey, all this stuff. You either have a house party or you're going to go tailgate, all this stuff. And now it's like you wake up on Sunday morning, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm going to go watch this shit again. Hopefully the embarrassment isn't too much. I mean, there's nothing fun about this. I mean, you may be joking around during the game yesterday, but it's like it's a miserable experience. Like a good part of you wants to turn it off and watch something else. I mean, the team is lifeless. There's just no leadership, there's no direction, and all we're hoping for is number one pick and a glimmer that we can get a new head coach, some kind of just a whole new direction, a whole new coach. We're hoping for that. Nothing enjoyable about this whatsoever. So I don't get this whole thing where all Jet fans are just we're embracing the tank because we have to. We are put in such a dire, desperate situation, we actually have to root for losses where we're hoping these losses turn into wins in the near future. That's all that we're hoping for. So we're not enjoying that. The other thing, I'm not enjoying watching Sam Darnold melt like this and fall apart and his complete demise while in New York. It's sad, it's pathetic, it's embarrassing. It's a complete indictment on the New York Jets as an organization, how ownership let this happen, how the coach did this to him. I mean, the complete failure this has been, it's awful. So I don't think anybody enjoys seeing Sam go through this. Some is his fault too. He hasn't developed as a player either. I think everybody was rooting for him. Everybody wanted to see him succeed. And when he was drafted, we thought he was our franchise quarterback for the next 15 years. And I hoped he was. Even going to this season, I'm like, all right, can he turn the corner? And can we as an organization move forward? We have our young guy. He's got a great work ethic, great mindset. He's overcome a lot of adversity with the Gase scam and everything else. There's nothing fun about seeing Sam go through this. And to me, honestly, like I keep saying it, I've been saying it, a change of scenery is best because if you pass on Trevor Lawrence to keep Sam here, the pressure and all the backlash once he doesn't play well or do something will be monumental. He's already facing it now. So to me, it's like a change of scenery is best for him. It's best for the Jets. We all move on. The compensation, I have no idea what it's going to be, but it probably won't be what we all hope for. And it's just unfortunate. But at some point you say, you know what? We hit the reset button. Everybody moves on. Hopefully he does well and the Jets do well. And that's it. But what I don't understand is why the media, this big bag media, is deciding to grill Sam Darnold, asking him all these ridiculous questions when they see the kid is, battered, dazed, bruised, confused, everything else, completely demoralized. You're grilling him like nothing else because you're the big bad media, but then you give Adam Gase a pass. This offense scored 3 points once again, and the media is throwing softball questions to Gase and then just taking it all out on Sam Darnold. I have no idea why. Why the double standard? You grilled Rex Ryan, you grilled Todd Bowles. Are you scared of Adam Gase? I mean, simple questions. Why you start Frank Gore, who's 37 years old, when your two younger running backs last week ran amok? Why do that? Why not press him on that? Then as the offensive play caller, Brian Costello asked him, why did you call a timeout with 10 seconds left? He's like, well, I called too cute a play call. As an offensive guru, as a veteran head coach, how are you not prepared for that? What play were you trying to call? What were you trying to do? Why weren't you more prepared? Why are always your 2-minute drills a complete disaster? Why aren't you featuring Chris Herndon? Why isn't the ball being stretched? Like, why not grill him? Why is your offense week in and week out and you're not scoring any points, not getting any yards? And why is your answer always, I got to look at the film, and it's always, well, the defense did this. Why aren't you adjusting? What did you learn from last game to this game that's making your offense better? What adjustments are you making week in and week out? Are you changing your practices? What are you doing here? How are you helping Sam Darnold during the week to make him a better quarterback? What are you seeing on film specifically that's going to make him better? Like anything. Grill him like you're grilling Sam Darnold. Why? And then you ask Sam Darnold about where he wants to be. Why don't you ask Adam Gase? Do you think a change of scenery is better for you? Do you think that, how do you feel when the entire world wants you fired? including the fan base, the former players, current players, everything else. Why not grill him like a grilling Sam? Why? This to me is a joke. Like, what are these questions you're asking him? Make his life miserable. What, are you scared of him? So he's not going to give you a story? There's no stories to come out. Nobody's reading your articles anyway. But at least in a press conference, when you have a chance to expose the guy for the fraud that he is, nobody's doing it. I have no idea why. You grilled Greg Williams. You broke down the X's and O's on Greg Williams' zero blitz. You broke it down. Little diagrams, all this shit. Why not break down these play calls that aren't working? The third and ones that don't work. How there's nobody open. How you're misusing certain players. How certain routes aren't being run right. How it's first on every first down you're running the fucking football. Why not go through all these? Why not take your time that you have, the job you get paid to do, and grill the head coach and press him more and embarrass him like you're embarrassing Sam Darnold right now? Why not do that? It's bullshit. Complete bullshit. So here's another question. At some point yesterday, did you think about benching Sam Darnold because he's getting a living shit beat out of him? And if the answer is no, why? Why not play Joe Flacco? And if you don't want to play Joe Flacco, then why isn't James Morgan active? And then the next question is, don't you think James Morgan would benefit by getting some reps this year, especially when you had no preseason? When you're getting blown out by 37 points and your team is lifeless, to get him some just hand the ball off, do some things? Are you scared to even do that? Can you ask that question? Why can't Cameron Clark play? Is there anything wrong with him? Is there something? Why not see these young players play in a lost season? Will you bench some of your veteran players as your season is lost? Or are you still trying to play to win and experience for young players doesn't matter? How about that question? Because to me, James Morgan should be playing at some point this season. Especially, at least have him active. Let him go through the game day ritual here and let him see. Yesterday been a perfect day for him to play. So, and then he answered the questions they asked today, and some of Adam Gase's answers, like when we talked about how he's still going to start Frank Gore. I mean, I don't think he even believes he had the bullshit he's saying at this point. It's almost like he's begging to be fired, to be honest with you. It's gross. It's disgusting. And, you're obviously it's a lost season. Everybody's miserable. It's hard to get mad about it. But you watch this week in and week out, and you're like, what is ownership? Like, how are they even tolerating this is mind-numbing to me. You feel so proud of yourselves for firing Greg Williams, and you're watching this clown do things. And you're watching him have scapegoat after scapegoat, whether it's Sam, the offensive line. And now his new thing is, yesterday wasn't Sam's fault. He didn't play all that well. It was all the things around him. Well, aren't you responsible for all things around him? Like, what about the offensive line? If Sam is getting lit up all game long, are you making adjustments? Who's accountable for there? Why not fire your offensive line coach? Because they haven't been good in 2 years. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's so much hypocrisy, so much stupidity, and it just gives you a headache. So I guess my second day after thoughts are the team sucks. It's not. I mean, I thank you guys for helping not cheer us up, but helping us have fun during the live stream. We made it fun. The game experience is miserable. The team is miserable. Everything sucks around this team. And the only glimmer of hope for me right now is going to continue to be Bill Cowher. Now, I like that everybody decided to tweet me yesterday and tell me how Bill Cowher said to Rich Cimini that he's not interested in coaching. Well, what I'm going to say is, once the season is over and this buffoon is fired, which should be immediately, the minute the clock hits zero, he should be fired, with the New York Jets as an organization, they put on their big boy pants. They act like a competent organization for once in their fucking life. And what they do is say, listen, these are desperate times. We have desperate measures we have to take here to change the culture of our team. We are a laughing stock. We are pathetic. We are an embarrassment. Nobody wants to come here. Nobody wants to play here. Nobody wants to pay to see us play. Nothing. So what we do is we put on our big boy pants and we call Bill Cowher and say, listen, we just fired our coach. What will it take for us? What will it take to get you here? How much money? What do you need to come here and help save our organization? 5-year contract, $15 million a year. What kind of power? You make that call and let him turn you down. Because right now, Bill Cowher is in a good spot and he's a class act. He's not going to comment on a job that's not open. He's not like that. No coach will. He's not going to, and then he's say, well, you know what? Do you want to coach? I don't want to coach anywhere right now. And everything, like with Bill Parcells, like with John Gruden, like with everybody else, money talks, bullshit walks. If there's no opportunity, I'm not going to count on it. You call me up and make me an offer I can't refuse, or you really pique my interest with a number one pick, $80 million in cap space, all these other draft picks. I mean, you can make a case for him and let him turn you down. So for me, my dream with Bill Cowher is still alive. I think it still can happen, but the Jets got to act like a real organization. Don't be cheap. Don't say, hey, you know what? We want to hire you, but, you know, Joe Douglas needs this. And we got to bring back Brent Boyer. We want this. No. You bring a guy like that, you play by his rules for once. So to me, that's still alive. I understand he's saying the right things. This is a business. You don't give away your leverage. Oh, maybe I'm interested, maybe I'm not. No. You let the Jets call you and say, we want you here. You act like you reach out. You make the power move here. There's too many little things being handed out by Boomer that there's interest there. There's definitely interest there. And listen, if there was a time for him to come back, he loves New York. You can get, in theory, you can get Trevor Lawrence. You have Becton. You have Quentin Williams. All this cap space, all these draft picks. It's a blank canvas, man. That would truly be his team with his vision. He could basically just roll, like he can model his own team right there. So that's still my dream too. But I appreciate all the tweets and everybody following and everything else. So pretty long video. I'm sorry for that. But man, this is a crazy time at the Jets. We'll be back live tonight, 8 o'clock, and then I guess a couple of times during the week. I'll talk to you then.